everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Becoming a ROS Developer. Today we have one of our students who has completed the course ROS 2 Navigation in 5 days. And at the end of this project, you can present what you've learned in a project that is actually implemented on a real robot. So that's what we're going to be seeing here today from our student Pedro. So hello Pedro, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Great. So, yes, whenever you want, please, you can share your screen and just start telling us how you've solved your project.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
So that's the real robot. And I already have a map, so I will show it. Open Revis. Oh, God. So here's the map. I will set the initial pose.
Mm-hmm.
So here I have it. I have the coast maps, the global and the local, and I can send goals to the spouse.
Great. So you just sent a goal from the nav2 stack. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So I will just So I will show you how we do it. So for the navigation, I need a map. So I have a package for build and serve this map. There's this project mapping. And here I have the launch for the cartographer to build the map, the map server, and the map saver for save the map that the cartographer builds. And when I have a map, I have to handle the localization that I handle here in this package. So here I have the launch file to launch the MCL and the path planning. And here in this package, I have all the things I need for the planning: the planner, the controller, the behavior tree navigator, the behavior tree server for serving the behavior tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I create 3 more packets. So this one is the interface for the service. I created one for the service server and one for the service client. And I will show it working. So I will stop. And I have another package for the lifecycle manager. So here I launch the lifecycle manager and config all the nodes that I need it to be controlled by the lifecycle. And this way I can only launch this node and it will launch all the other launches I need: the map server, the MCL for localization, and the path planning, and the lifecycle manager. And so I will start my services server. Spot recorder. And this service, this launch a lifecycle manager that I will use for the mapping server node that I launch, because the mapping server node don't have a lifecycle because I have only one lifecycle for all the other things when I launch everything together. So I will reset Revis and I will launch the web server. So, yeah, it's created. Oh. Ah, here. So I have my server running, and what it does is, let me show scripts. It listens the initial pose for when I set them here. It will be captured here. And when I call the service, it will get this initial pose that I set in RVs and write them in a YAML file, in a spots YAML file. For in the future, I can get these values and set the robot to there. Let me show how it works. So here in RVs, I can set one pose here, and I can run the client right here. Project, go to pose, go to pose, and I will get this ROS args here. But I need to change the YAML file. Spots. No, first I need to save it. So I set the pose here. I just save spot. Oh, it's freezing. And I can use the custom interface, so it's freeze again.
Check with the list.
No, sometimes it happens. I don't know why.
It's because it's waiting for you press tab at that moment, and it takes a long time.
So let me source. It's here, the custom interface. Let me check the service.
You would just need to wait. So like have some
Save
patience.
spot.
So do it.
Okay. Service call. Save spot. Project. Oh no. And send a label. Corner 1. And it will save the label. I can send another one. Save corner 2 and send another one. And save like that's true. And send and we'll save the file. So now I can call the service server, the another service that go to pose, and it will make the robot go to the pose I save in the file. So if I ask for it goes to the corner 1. Oh, sorry, the navigation system is offline. So I need to shut down all the lifecycle managers.
Mm.
Reset the RVs, launch lifecycle manager. Where is the robot? Set initial pose. And now I can send a go like this.
Nice.
It's already, let me, sorry, but so here's the feedback
Mm-hmm.
of the navigation system. And it tells me the action was completed. The robot achieves the goal and send it to the,
And just to confirm, these are the spots you just recorded.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Because of this is not perfectly located in the
Mm-hmm.
map.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, and another corner.
Oh, that's real good.
So that's it. It is navigating too close from the object, but it
Yeah, but
was
I
the
think you
value.
got it just right.
Yeah. This value is when I found that don't hit the object, but it recognizes a way here.
Uh-huh.
Because if I set it bigger, this way it thinks there is no way here. There's full of
Yeah.
objects.
It won't fit through there because of the
Yeah.
inflation.
Yes. So there's a value of inflation that it passed too close, but don't hit the objects.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
And
This is
that's it.
great.
That's my project.
That's
Here's the
amazing.
spots that I recorded.
So this is the one you just recorded, the
Yeah.
spots.ym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and another reason why maybe it gets too close to the obstacles is because you can even see it in Arvis. It's only picking up like 4 or 5 spots for the obstacle. And that's because it's really thin. So,
Oh.
sometimes we might not see it for a second, but then it will reflect it. You see how there's only like 5 or 6. Uh,
Uh-huh.
or,
Yeah.
using a better lighter would also help in this situation.
It's because it's only a plate right here, and it has this.
Yeah, it's small.
Yeah.
But awesome. All right, great. Well, Pedro, really nice a project. Let me congratulate you because
Thank you.
we saw it live, right? We saw, I was a little concerned because you seemed like you were launching everything on the spot and saving the spots and then using those spots, but everything went so smoothly. So really nice job. Also, like
Thank you.
you can tell that. Oh, I see that the light is on the way there on the left side. You can tell that you've have enough experience because of how you kept track of everything, and you say, "All right, so I'm gonna save this spot, but and then I need to relaunch the map." That tells you all the modules of nav2 and AMCL are well set in your head, and
Yeah.
even the fact that you did one life cycle manager launch file for everything. That's real nice, and I saw
Yeah.
it was really nice, and it's like more of a personal preference whether or not you want, for example, 2 life cycle managers because you might want your robot localized at all times, right? So maybe
Mm-hmm.
have the AMCL always running, but then of course that might interfere with your logic of how you did the spots recording. So, but I just wanted to mention that I really liked how you managed that. So, let me ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
So the first one is So I noticed that you run what offers you run the service that offers the safe spot, uh, and then you actually go into uh, Arvis and click it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you call a service to
Mm-hmm.
to save uh, to save that spot. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's
So
correct.
does that mean your service server is always subscribed to the
Yeah,
AMCL post, initial post?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. So what happens if you
Yeah,
actually don't
I
click
had
on the
some.
map before calling the save spot service?
Mm, I don't know. I had a verification here, but it's not here anymore. And I think while I was developing, I take it off. I don't know why. But if the this self pose, oh no, I change. I start this self pose like a empty pose.
I see.
So
It
it
would
will,
return zeros.
yeah,
I
basically.
see. I see.
I I I in the first time I set this to null, and check if exists or not, but I changed it.
I see. So one thing I would just recommend, and maybe I'm incorrect, but is there any conflicts that arise from like, because you did it in a very specific order, right? You launched the navigation to show your nav2 stack, but then you had a little issue with the map server, I believe, but that was to do with your record spot. Uh,
No,
s-
the
does that mean you're launching like the map server in two different places?
yeah, the problem about you talked of the life cycle,
Uh huh.
because here in this package that I launched the life cycle, I launch all the other nodes that I need, the map server, MCL, and path planning. But when I record the spots, I only need the map server. And
Yes.
when I launch it, I need to launch another lifecycle manager that is not the main lifecycle manager, because if I launch the main lifecycle manager, it will launch all the nodes.
Everything. Yeah.
So this is one problem I found using just one lifecycle manager. So in this launch here, the spot recorder, I need to launch the recorder and
Ah.
launch a lifecycle manager.
And then you
So
just launch your map server, and in that
yeah,
map server, you're just launching the node for the map server.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Very, very
And
interesting logic.
yeah, but I when if I maintain it, launch it, and trying to launch another lifecycle manager, it conflicts. That was happened because
You
I don't
can
know.
name it something else.
Yeah, yeah, I I don't name it.
Yeah, yeah. But that's really this is this is very nice, and it means that you figured out a logic to implement your solution, which is great. I just want to remind you that you want to keep it as general as possible so it can work in all scenarios. And my
Mhm.
thinking is like, oh, well, if you had two lifecycle managers, for one for the AMCL, one for the NAV2, you don't have to worry about, oh, what am I going to do for the safe spot? Because all you got to do is, if you don't want to navigate, you bring down the navigation, and then you already have that map server so you can call it. This is
Yeah.
to try and avoid like launching two things at the same time or not launching something, to kind of streamline the ROS process. So I just want you to keep an eye out for that, just to speed up development if that's what you want according to the
All right.
solution. But according to this solution, that's is really nice, and I really liked your logic there. So
I try to keep the things simple, but when I achieve the final task, that was the spot recorder, I see that won't be that simple because I will need two life cycles anyway.
yes, no, 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 and I don't think it's not. I don't think it's complicated what you did, but I think that it's not like a double launch of the map server,
Yeah.
but you are launching it from two sides, and that can create a little bit of confusion,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
when you have, you know, a giant nav2 application, because it's like a simple one with a couple nodes. But if you create a big one, that might becoming a headache
Yeah, probably.
eventually. But great job, Pedro. I really liked your presentation. So
Thank you.
I just want to congratulate you again.
Thank you.
All right. So let me go back here to my screen. And yes, guys, this is what you can do when you complete our course, ROS2 Navigation in 5 days, to create an actual autonomous navigation application on a real robot, just like Pedro did here, live. And and we all saw it happen with no errors, which was amazing. So I invite everyone to do what Pedro did here and do the project of the courses we offer in order to get one of our certificates. That's it for us, guys. So we'll see you guys next time, and thank you very much.